in just a short time. We have witnessed 2 welcomes from the people for Harry. One was the 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games in London, and the other was a visit to Nigeria with his wife, Meghan. Looking at it objectively, in London, there was still a certain amount of people welcoming Harry, but in Nigeria it was different. He and his wife were welcomed like rock stars. And what makes me most angry is that some reporters during their work called them royalty. What? Seriously? Who is the royal family? I'm sure in this case it's referring to the Sussex couple, the 2 who left and betrayed the royal family. Royal expert Phil Dampier talks about Harry and Meghan's visit. The trip to Nigeria has been described as the 2 of them dare to blatantly break the agreement with the late Queen. I feel this shows disrespect to our beloved late Queen. This royal family cosplay trip of Harry and Meghan is ridiculous. I really want to tell the world that this isn't anything to do with our royal family. They are classing themselves as American royalty and getting away with it, only because some countries are grateful for the tenuous connections they have. I don't understand why they're constantly doing tours and engagements like they're royal. They're literally doing the same type of work they complained about. Except now it's embarrassingly cringe since they're just doing it for the attention. Harry and his wife made it plain that they were not interested in being working royals. Therefore, they are private citizens visiting a country that may be interested in hosting an event Harry is associated with. Many people think they're there for other, more nefarious reasons, but that's a different discussion. So, they are not on tour, and anytime they travel, it's either a vacation or a business trip. And I use the word business loosely. How are Harry and Meghan half in and half out? They are out. Their welcome in Nigeria is based largely on him having been a member of the royal family, but that will fade away as more time passes. Not to mention that the couple's unpleasant personalities will always be a problem without the palace running interference. Harry and Meghan are actually trying to take advantage of the fact that Prince William and Princess Catherine are not on the public scene for very serious health reasons. Another horrible way of pushing themselves into the picture while the legitimate heirs are living a personal tragedy. Can they go even lower? Just when I thought nothing could make Harry and Meghan any more obnoxious, they proved they could. So many similarities between this pair and Edward and Wallis. They also tried to keep their royal trajectory moving along even after they left the UK. They will always be a thorn in the side of the royal family, unless they are completely stripped of the titles that link them to the royal family. They are now just ordinary citizens, so should be treated exactly like that. The title issue is certainly a difficult one and takes a long time to resolve. However, someone still needs to stop them from this royal milking. They constantly play their part-time game and act like a humanitarian. Just stop. Harry and Meghan have never been such caring people. These narcissists don't care about anyone but themselves, and they use others as stepping stones to serve their own ends. That is the clear difference between people who use others to promote themselves and those who represent the firm to contribute and carry out their duties. Well, we can look right at Prince of Wales William, the future king. On the same day, Harry and Meghan first arrived in Nigeria. Photos of Prince William in Cornwall were also published. He brings the spotlight to causes and people. This is also the royal family's perspective in community missions. They are there to participate in supporting the event. They know how to cleverly turn the event into the center of attention, not just a background for the appearance of a royal family member, as opposed to Harry and Meghan, who just now bring the spotlight to themselves. We can see the difference in what they do. I do not think for 1 minute if Harry thought he'd have to be low-key he would go. William does his duty, tries to bring a joyful feeling to it, and makes people feel at ease. So, if you have to choose between someone who tramples on others to get ahead or one person who is gracious and sincere and is dedicated to his family, his work, and the people of the UK and the Commonwealth, who will you choose? I know which one I prefer. Surely, like most of you, I would choose that one is interested in serving others and being a good representative of the royal family over the other is interested only in serving himself. If Harry and Meghan simply went to Nigeria to travel, no one would care about them. I can guarantee this. The problem is, they are not representing the British government, so the media should stop calling it a royal tour. And Harry and Meghan also had to speak up to correct this. When I look at what's happening to the family, I feel so grateful that Megxit happened. Given the way she's dragging Harry to move on and do what she wants to do, it's a relief that they are not representing the royal family now. It is cringing to watch her in action now, and it's clear she was never going to toe the line for long and accept being told who to meet, what to do, and what to say. Hopefully some good will come out of their visit. But these ego-tripping non-entities are merely using this trip to try and make themselves look relevant. They have nothing to offer any other country and are more concerned about their image and bank accounts. I love Nigeria, a country with a unique culture, but I also know that Nigeria has a lot of problems that need to be solved. There is a lot of tension going on here, and I pray for peace to come to this place. Do Harry and Meghan care about the situation in this country? Or do they use the reputation of the Invictus Games to come here to serve their own purposes? I wish this alone would make me think wrong of them, but there's probably nothing to expect from it. The Nigeria trip of these two private individuals is just bizarre. A visit to a posh school for Meghan and a military inspection for Harry. It's not even an official Invictus Games appointment, as no one from the executive team is there. So the day the pictures of the Sussex couple in Nigeria and Prince William were reported, for me, there was only one royal tour, and that was Prince William's. The other one was a desperate attempt at being a royal tour. But as everyone knows, it was all for the publicity and Netflix or something else. Sadly, they accept anything that's on offer to keep them in the public eye. Thinking about this, I suddenly feel a bit regretful. As someone who has followed the royal family for a long time, I find it sad that the two princes' trajectories are so different. We have never had to discuss Prince William before. However, about Harry, it is very sad because we were so fond of him, but he is now a different person and is one we no longer recognize because he has proved himself to be untrustworthy and impressionable. At least with Prince William, you get the feeling he is genuine in all he does. The other ex-royals perform when necessary for their own ends. Prince William was invited and is actually serving the monarchy. Harry and Meghan have paid people to invite them, or perhaps Netflix have, and represent only their own interests. If it were me, I would absolutely not attend a party where I was not invited. How embarrassing it would be if this matter were exposed. And perhaps Harry and Meghan are shameless. The question here is whether Harry and Meghan will really become the part-time, half-in, half-out royals they want. There are many answers to it. In my opinion, they do not have the half-in, half-out agreement they wanted, and they never will. They are only there because they are being paid to be there, presumably by Netflix. All they are interested in is feathering their own nest. In their utter delusion, they will fly back home in a couple of days patting themselves on the back, but in reality, they have done nothing of any value for the Nigerian people. They are shameless and shameful. I tried to justify them with many reasons why they came to Nigeria. However, I could only come to the conclusion they really wanted attention. They're trying a power play, acting like they're flaunting the late Queen's rules and wishes, and all in a bid to make Charles look weak and themselves look popular. Is this going to backfire? Why is nobody advising them that thumbing their noses at the late Queen so soon after her death, when she was extremely popular and remains beloved on both sides of the Atlantic, is only going to make them look horrible and petty? They're ruining what's left of their brand, for no reason but personal animosity. This trip isn't being reported here in the USA, where they really need to monetize any popularity, because we never even report on real royal tours. Never mind this random Invictus Games visit by two regular people. This is all performative, to rile up the anti-royalists and royalists in the UK. But to what purpose? They can't monetize that, and they have no platform anymore. They represent no one and nothing but themselves and their own financial interests. This is just them throwing an emotional tantrum in a bid to regain personal control over Charles, or at least to punish him for not obeying their wishes. And it's tanking their brand even further. When they wake up from losing everything, I believe these trips will end. That also brings us to the end of this video. I would be happy if you would join the discussion in the comment box. And don't forget to like and share the video. Your support is our motivation. Let's subscribe to receive notifications about the newest videos. We will be back soon. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.